video, and in today's video I'm just going to be ranking all the times that Bette Porter laid it down upon another lady. Why? Because I'm having a quarter to midlife crisis. Is that even a thing? I'm not sure. Is anybody fine these days? I don't know. Has anybody ever been fine in the history of mankind? The ancient Greeks say no. Anyway, Jennifer Beals deserves an Oscar for her dedication to playing a lesbian. She does. And I am just here to appreciate that. That's all. That's all. So at number 14 we have Bette and Alice at the opera. Now I know this scene isn't exactly explicit fireworks, but it deserves a place on my list. Just for Bette having the sheer ovaries to give her girlfriend an orgasm at the opera. The woman who watches them through her binoculars is also relatable. Yeah. At number 13 we have all of Bette and Jodie's scenes. Why? Because I don't really care for them and would rather bundle them all up into one place. However, highlights of their romance include Bette in a blindfold, Bette in a white tank top, and dominant troubled Bette. At number 12 we have Bette and Pippa shaking hands inside an art installation, which is not Bette's first time shaking hands surrounded by art. It's not. I love the aesthetics of this scene. I love the way it was shot. And Bette and Pippa do have chemistry. However, I did feel like Vanessa Williams was a little bit awkward in this scene, which kind of got in the way of it. Otherwise, it would have probably featured higher up in the list, but I still enjoy this scene. It is still a 10 out of 10 for me, or a 12 out of 14. At number 11 we have Bette giving it to Gigi up against the kitchen counter and asserting her dominance, which Gigi previously challenged. This scene was only 26 seconds, but it was the best 26 seconds of my entire life. God, I wish I was a kitchen counter. At number 10 we have Professor Porter finally caving in to her student Nadia. I can't blame Nadia for being a moth drawn to the gorgeous flames of Professor Porter. I can't. It may be wrong to seduce your professor, but when your professor is Bette Porter, it somehow becomes right. God, I wish I was a car seat. At number 9 we have the vampire scene with Bette looking like a wild cat in that leopard shirt who is about to devour her prey, which is Tina, as usual. And I'm grateful for her taking Tina's clothes off in this scene because I hated what Tina was wearing. I did. And at number 8 we have Bette and Candace. Ah yes, the time that Bette wanted the carpenter to nail more than just wood. It was an affair and it was wrong, but they made it look good, so it's acceptable. What I love about these two is they couldn't even wait to get in the hotel room. They were just straight up kissing in front of that random straight couples salad. They were. At number 7 we have Bette taking a random strange woman back to her hotel room, giving it to her and giving me a stroke in the process. We all know that Bette can handle a woman, but this scene was concrete evidence of it, and it was great. At number 6 we have the post-failed threesome scene where Bette and Tina finally reconnect after allegedly suffering from bed death, which I never believed for 1 second, considering anybody who comes within their proximity will be electrocuted by their chemistry. I actually think this scene is one of their most explicit scenes, but really I love this scene for the intimacy because I'm soft. I am. At number 5 we have Tina reclaiming her woman and starting an affair behind Jodie's back, even though her own life was ruined by an affair. Okay. This scene is a physical example of two people smashing their mouths together, and I don't know what was hotter, that or the stir fry they left to burn on the stove. I'm not sure. At number 4 we have the oh my f***ing god reconnection. This is where Bette really understood the tender assignment, got lost in the lesbian sauce, and was just happy to have a foot back in the door. I feel like this scene was probably one of the most intimate scenes between these two in the entire series. I don't know if it was more hot or heartfelt. I'm not sure. Both. Both is good. At number 3 we have the honey honey scene where after sipping some late night tea together, Bette and Tina decide to sip on something else. What I love about this scene is you can see how soft they are for each other, and you can also see the nipple tape. You can. And in joint third place we also have the insemination scene and the final love scene that Bette and Tina did in the OG. Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique. Wow. At number 2 we have the elevator scene. This episode was aptly named Liquid Heat, and you can see why. Is there anything hotter than Bette Porter sweating in a white shirt? I don't think so. This scene felt like I was watching two people actually kiss in real life, and maybe I was. Maybe I was. Laurel's gonna kill me, okay. And at number 1 we have Bette and Gigi battling it out for dominance through a tongue war. I know T-Bet shippers are gonna hate me for putting this at number 1, but this is just my favourite Bette scene because it's a whole new vibe. This scene caused a collective meltdown in the fandom, it did. But I also love the way that this scene blends something very kind of sensual with something quite comedic. Like, it's fun, and I just like the way that Bette used her tongue in this scene. I think that is what it comes down to. It is. Okay. Okay, so that was my list. But let me know what your favourite scene was down in the comments section below. If you're a lesbian, if you're a woman who enjoys Bette Porter being with other women, come and join the Sapphic Underground Club. You will be supporting me and cursed Jodie Comer in our quest to curse everybody else. I don't know. No, okay. Goodbye.